Hi there, I'm Rachel Jackson with Yum Healing Arts, and today we are going to practice three-part breathing with Roman Chamomile Essential Oil. This is part of a series of videos that I've been putting together for harmonizing between personal power and empathic heart. And this is a really nice practice for beginning to connect these two energies and dropping back into your own natural flow. And Roman chamomile adds a nice aromatherapy enhancement. It's a really nice oil to bring in anytime we notice that we are anxious or irritable. It helps alleviate rigidity or overthinking, anxiety, and it's a really nice one to just soothe the nervous system. So anytime you want to get back into your flow, that's a nice essential oil ally to bring in. And if you've ever been in one of my yoga classes, you've probably heard me say repetitively that the body, the mind, and the emotions will all reflect the breath. So this is an important piece to remember, to remind ourselves how important our breathing is. And number one rule of pranayama or breath work is absolutely no struggle or strain. And as we relax the body, space is created and we are able to access different parts of our inner selves. So different parts of our lung capacity, different parts of our inner resources, different parts of our brain and our intelligence. So it's a really nice practice for just getting back into that spaciousness of who you are and accessing more aspects of yourself, your true self, getting back into your flow, your rhythm. Okay, so we're going to get down on the floor and practice together. Before we do, I'm just going to apply some Roman chamomile to my abdomen and that diaphragm area. There we go. Just a few drops is fine. So let's get down on the floor. As you set yourself up for this practice, you can lay in a bed, you can lay on the floor. Your knees can be bent here. You might lean the knees towards each other to help you relax. If you need anything under the head or neck, you can take that support. You just want to begin to tuck the tailbone under and slide the shoulder blades, flatten knees. Let your hands rest on the lower abdomen. And just scan through to see if your body could be even just a little bit more comfortable here. If there are any adjustments you'd like to make, maybe rocking the head side to side to release any tension from the head or the neck. And as you bring your head to center, you can soften or close the eyes. And we're just dropping our awareness down to the breath at the belly, dropping your awareness to the sensation of the breath under the hands here at the lower abdomen. Without changing anything just yet, we're just bringing our awareness there and feeling any subtle sensations. And if you've been up in your head for a while, it might take a few moments for the breath to actually start dropping down into the belly. Just notice that as you bring your awareness down to the space under the hands, observing and noticing if the breath might begin to move there all on its own. Feel the sensation of your belly gently rising and expanding against the hands, natural and effortless. And feeling that soft release of the belly dropping away from the hands. And see if you can soften this whole section of the body under the hands. Feel the belly softening, releasing tension. With each exhale, feel the lower back softening, releasing tension. And you can stay here as long as you need to. You might begin to feel the breath deepening just a little bit, inhaling, feel that belly rising up against the hands, maybe just a little tiny bit more, and naturally falling away from the hands, just a little tiny bit more. We'll keep the connection with the belly. When you feel ready, you can bring your hands up to the rib cage, fingers in front, just lightly touching at the xiphoid process at the bottom of the sternum, just draping over the ribs. And as you breathe, feel your belly continue to rise first and observe any sensations under the hands here as you breathe. You might notice the rib cage gently rising and spreading against the hands, or the rib cage softening and dropping away from the hands on the exhales. Without changing anything, see if you can just observe at first. Belly rising first. And noticing any sensations of breath under the hands. See if you can feel this whole section of the body beginning to soften and release tension under the hands. With each exhale, softening through the rib cage, the diaphragm, softening through the middle back. And as your body relaxes, you might begin to invite a little bit more breath in as the breath rises up from the belly. Just taking in just a little tiny bit more into the rib cage. As you exhale, releasing just a little tiny bit more from rib cage down through the belly. Follow the breath in this way. At any point you lose connection with the belly, you can always drop back down to the belly and start again. When you feel ready, we'll move our hands up to the chest, fingers just lightly touching at the collarbones. And we're going to continue to feel the breath rise up from the belly first, rib cage, and noticing any sensations under the hands here at the chest. Just observing and see if you can feel this section of the body softening under your hands now. Each exhale softening through the chest and shoulders. softening through the neck and the upper back. Feel that gentle rise washing up the front of the body, all the way up into the chest, and that soft release washing down the body from the chest, rib cage, belly, all the way down. And the more and more your body begins to relax and soften, you might feel that spaciousness expanding and spreading. And you might begin to invite in a little tiny bit more breath up into the chest. You can stay right here, or you might let your hands rest down, palms up, in a gesture of receptivity, and see if you can feel the breath washing over the body now, all three parts, rising and expanding. On the inhales, like the ocean's tide coming in, softening, releasing. On the exhales, like the ocean's tide washing out. When you're ready to release this practice, you might hug your knees into the chest and just gently rock side to side. You might take a gentle twist, dropping the knees over to one side, letting the arm cross over and extend in the opposite direction. Inhaling back to center, and then exhale, take a gentle twist to the other side, letting your arm release out in the opposite direction. These can be stacked or staggered. Just releasing any tension along the spine, and then rocking over to one side to press up as you're ready. You might savor a few moments there on your side if you need to, but just remembering that even if you're an advanced practitioner, even if you have a lot of different things going on in your body or your mind, sometimes the simplest of practices can be the most profound and transformative.